Does anything pleasant ever happen to you? Ever?
Yeah.
And the answer is no. Because I take the train home every day, 2 hours, and I'm on it full of men who sweat in January. It smells like Long John Silver's if it's being served in like a frat house at 5 o'clock in the morning. And then there's some dude sitting next to me who looks not unlike Greg Buttle on the phone going, yeah, boss, yeah, go ahead. No, I'm on the train. That's okay. That is until I get near him and it turns into, what are you doing? What are you doing? Ow, 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 ow. So,
What?
I don't understand that.
you didn't?
And what's
No.
wrong with that?
Yes. What is wrong with them?
That's what you were saying, Ned?
I'm saying that that's how the conversation next to me goes after I get near him.
Okay. She put a hurt on him, in other
Put a
words.
hurt on him. Yes.
Oh, you did?
To
Yes.
shut him up.
Oh, I see.
There
Yes.
you go.
Did your husband pick you up on time?
No.
You know, that's inexcusable.
No.
It's not inexcusable?
You pick your battles.
No,
I'm a handful, so that's real small potatoes.
No,
in
but
the grand scheme of things.
your half a sissy boy husband works at home, doesn't he?
Yes, but he's busy doing things.
Doing what?
Doing things.
He should be there early.
Probably changing the dates on the expired food in the refrigerator, which I caught him doing not long ago, with a little pen, changing the date on the
Jesus.
on a jar of barbecue sauce. So, among other things.
Man, you are so messed up. It's just, it's mind-boggling. You look like you put on 100 pounds.
Wow.
Come on, I'm in.
Warner Whale.
Oh,
Come
that's not
on.
Warner.
Oh, no.
Who's going to do in sports? Is that you, Larry?
Yeah, it's me, Ringo.
Larry came in to do sports this morning because Warner, we he thought he was
Where
in rehab.
found out anything else?
Then we thought he was missing.
Yeah.
Then, of course, we think yesterday. Well, yesterday he was kidnapped.
Yeah, abducted, son of a gun.
Yeah, and today we have discovered that he has barricaded himself in his apartment, and he's holding hostages, and he's not coming out. So, for some reason.
Okay.
Anyway,
Let's hope he
shut up, Lou.
We mean those other two things weren't true?
Maybe
Let's hope he gets out by Thanksgiving.
he's
What else is in the news? Anyway, it's 11 after the hour. Sports coming up with Larry King. Larry, what's ahead?
Well, Ringo, serial retiree Brett Favre is back practicing with the Vikings. Says this 20th season will be his last, unless, of course, he changes his mind.
Yeah.
Giants quarterback Eli Manning says he's in no pain after needing 12 stitches on Monday to close a cut in the left side of his head, but yet he's still going to sit out the game against the Pittsburgh Steelers Saturday night. Suck it up, sissy. And the Mets finally win one, and it only took 14 innings, and without the aid of their $11 million light heavyweight K-Rod. Those stories and more, if you keep it here where it is, on Imus in the Morning Sports.
That's pretty good. It's almost professional, Larry.
I'm a semi-professional, I'm in.
Yeah. Well, Santa Smith, because Warner is, I don't know where the hell. Warner's barricaded in his apartment. That's what he's doing. He has hostages. So here with sports is sponsored by Peerless Boilers that make America's best boiler. At the beach out of your basement and put one of these in there. Here's Larry King. Morning, Larry.
Good morning, Ringo. Vikings quarterback Brett Favre, on the third stop of his 3-year retirement tour, said yesterday at a press conference in Minnesota this will be his last in the NFL and is back practicing with the team. Brett says he has high hopes for this season.
I can't say that I'm going to do anything different than I did last year.
Comforting to know we can count on more overtime interceptions, more picks, and more Wrangler jeans ads.
I'm comfortable in Wrangler. Real comfortable.
Say what you want about Favre, but that man's got a keister like a $12 pizza. You got to wonder why he waited to tell the team. They'd already played a preseason game. There's poor old Tavares Jackson practicing, waiting for his shot. Then this pantload decides to come out of retirement again. There's a condo in Boca and a table at Denny's Early Bird with your name on it, Brett. Use it. Nothing worse than somebody who just keeps going on and on and on, refusing to acknowledge it's just time to get out. New York Giants quarterback Eli Manning insists he's feeling fine after suffering a gash on the left side of his melon Monday night from teammate Brandon Jacobs. However, Coach Tom Coughlin is concerned that wearing a helmet might break the stitches or irritate the wound. Manning, however, says he's okay.
Went home and felt pretty good the next day when I woke up, and I feel normal right now.
There's a man who should probably consider wearing a helmet full time. A hockey helmet. When you got guys in your own team hurting you, it's time to start thinking about a career change. And finally, Ringo, the Mets won last night in Houston over the Astros 3-2 in 14 innings. A real nail-biter. Shockingly, they were able to pull off the victory without the services of their $11 million man, K-Rod, who tore a ligament in his right thumb after punching his father-in-law in the face, officially making his record 1-0 with a TKO in the first round. That's sports. I'm Larry King. Back to you, Ringo.
Well, you must have other baseball scores.
Well, actually,
how'd Tampa Bay, how'd Boston do?
Tampa Bay won.
How'd the Yankees do?
Well, if you'd shut up, I'll tell you.
Well, no, but you signed off. You weren't going to tell me anything.
I'm just trying to keep it peppy there.
Okay.
Tampa Bay won over the Rangers 8-6. Yankees defeated the Tigers 9-5. Braves over the Nationals 3-2. And Boston 7-5 over the Angels.
Yeah. Any other scores?
Well, there were no games scheduled of the WNBA last night.
How about the tennis tournament in Cincinnati? Did Nadal win?
No, I don't know. Tennis? I'm still looking for the hockey scores.
It's 25 Business Network Business Report. And here with that is our little friend, Dagan McDowell. Good morning, Dagan.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Great.
What's going on?
So Hewlett-Packard comes out with its earnings later today, and the company's going to give an update on its search for a new CEO. At the same time, the Wall Street Journal has new details from the camp of ex-CEO Mark Hurd about what went down with that woman, Jody Fisher. And here,
now, who was Jody Fisher? What was her story?
well, she was at the company. She was like a greeter at corporate events.
Where did she come from?
She came. What do you mean? Where did she come from?
Well, what
She's
did she
a
do
woman
before
with
What did she do before she worked at Hewlett-Packard?
She was a movie actress of sorts.
Okay.
Here's some of
Aren't
the
they all?
body of influence too.
She's a
Sheer
model.
passion,
A model, I know.
intimate obsession. She posed for Playboy when she was in college. I've seen the pictures. She's pretty good looking.
Okay.
So
It's my theory that all women are actresses. Some of you just get paid for it. So, but anyway, go ahead. But that's why I digress.
Yes.
that's a very good point.
So she came to Hewlett-Packard
Right.
and did what?
She was a greeter at
Okay.
corporate events. And to what Mark Hurd's camp is telling the Wall Street Journal is, here are a couple of things. The woman's work was cut back for the company because of the economy. He only had dinner with her, sometimes alone, but with others. Only met her 12 times over 2 years. He settled sexual harassment claims with her because the amount of money was small compared to fighting it. And here's the kicker. He told acquaintances, did I do anything to sexually advance the relationship? No. This woman and I never had sex.
Right.
There you go. So
How much was the settlement?
We don't know. We do not know. Her attorney was Gloria Allred, so she probably got some pretty good coin. But if you want to get in a woman's, if you want to seal the deal, so to speak, I think an old Southern joke applies here. What is a Southern girl's mating call?
I don't know.
I can't even taste the alcohol.
J.D. Salinger, the author of Catcher in the Rye,
Okay.
notorious for wanting his privacy.
I like that.
Well, his toilet is listed. They're selling it on eBay for $1 million. So you can. I know the I-Man was a big fan of J.D. Salinger.
And you bought those big bowl things, or placed them around the ranch, pieces of art.
You can,
Well,
you
big
get a
bowl thing. What are you talking about?
Those
You mean
huge.
the pottery I bought
yeah,
from Benny
those
Duran?
gorgeous urns.
yes.
Yes.
And now you can own J.D. Salinger's toilet bowl from his Cornish, New Hampshire home.
What
For $1 million
do
bucks.
you and Charles do? Get together in the morning before we do the show and think, I got a great idea. Why don't I just say stuff that's so stupid that we'll just shove the I-Man over the edge?
That's it. Under the bus, over the edge.
Jesus, God.
This is in the news.
And I don't care what's in the news.
Clearly.
I mean, we're looking for some yucks, Bernie. You're killing us here.
J.D. Salinger's
A
toilet
guy's
bowl?
driving off a cliff and I'm thinking of J.D. Salinger there pinching off a loaf. I mean, who needs that?
No, we weren't thinking that.
No.
What were you thinking?
Just as Bernie said, the irony. This very private man, and they're selling something of that nature? Good Lord.
Series to beast out of your basement. Visit PeerlessBoilers.com for information and a dealer near you. Here filling in for Warner is Larry King. Morning, Larry.
Morning, Murray. Brett Favre, who was followed by the media yesterday from the airport to his press conference in Minnesota like he was OJ in the Bronco, said he's coming back for his final season in the NFL with the Vikings.
Any news? There was a story out a while back, Larry.
Yes.
That Brett had been sending pictures of his wiener to some woman. Any further updates on that?
We will have those pictures for you the next cast.
Okay. Bernie, do you know anything about it?
Well, yes, the pictures have not come out, and actually there's no evidence. There's no hard evidence, actually, that that he actually did it.
Okay.
But we're all awaiting with breathless anxiety.
Yeah.
Apparently, a close-up lens was used, apparently.
Okay.
Teammates Jared. All right, thanks. Jared Allen, Steve Hutchinson, and Ryan Longwell, Favre's teammates, were able to convince him to play one more season during a sleepover they had at his home in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
I can't promise if I'll make it through the season.
That there's what you call dedication, preparation, effort, and leadership. $25 million. Can't promise he'll make it through the season. In the words of the late, great Newt Rockne, when the going gets tough, stay home and play Xbox. In baseball, Yankees win, Rays win, so they're still tied in first place in the AL East. Mets won over the Astros in Houston 3-2 in 14 innings. And remember former White Sox hitting a walk-off winning home run against White Sox Tuesday night?
You kind of confused it, didn't you, Larry?
Who could forget?
Yeah.
Jim
What
Thome.
is that story? Well, no, wait a minute. What's the story now?
Former White Sox teammate Jim Thome hit a walk-off home run, won the game against the White Sox Tuesday night.
Okay, he used to play for him. Now he doesn't.
Right.
Plays for another team.
Right.
But was that their venue?
Right.
And hit the walk-off home run. Okay.
Yes, sir. Well, here's White Sox manager Ozzie Guillen on his decision to trade Jim Thome.
I hope he hit another one today.
Ozzie Guillen, a bitter, bitter man.
Yeah.
And finally, Nadal, Djokovic, and Murray advanced to the third round of the Cincinnati Masters Tennis Championship. You know, speaking of the PGA, Babe Diedrichsen, ever bogey her house under the hill?
Well, no, Larry.
Not the most feminine-looking woman, but also an animal in the sack.
Yeah.
And fast. Not one of those gals who takes an hour and a half to get where you want to take her. Know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess, Larry. Yeah.
You know, I have a long sexual history with legendary female athletes. Lottie Dodd, Sonia Henney, and Gail Sayers. That's it for Imus in the Morning Sports.
Larry King, you're the Imus in the Morning program. 6 after the hour. Time for the Fox Business Network Business Report on the radio and on Fox. And here with that is Dagan McDowell. Good morning, Dagan.
Good morning, sir.
What's going on?
Facebook has unveiled a way for people to share their location with their friends online using location sensing capabilities on your smartphone. It's like services already out there, like Foursquare, but we're talking about potentially 500 million users on Facebook would have access to this. You could also be able to find other people who are around you, maybe in a store or a coffee shop. But strangely enough, you can actually say you're in one place even if you're not there. So I would think that might come in handy for some folks.
What does that have to do with business news?
What's not businessy about that? Facebook,
I don't know. It's just...
money, they might sell advertising.
I see.
What do you want me to talk about? I'm giving you a hint. I'm giving you helpful tips on the air that you can tell somebody you're in one place and be in another place at
well,
another
that sounds
time.
like something you might want to do on the train ride home to Rollo. So, which we'll get into coming up. Dagan McDowell here on the Imus in the Morning program. It's 26 after the hour. Here's one. Not in rehab, not missing. Warner's been kidnapped. So it's not funny either, by the way.
No, it isn't.
So apparently, a few people on the program thought it was amusing, and it's not amusing. And there's a ransom being demanded, and so far, no one has come forward with a willingness to pony that up. I haven't talked to Steve Borneman or Fareed Suleiman to see if
maybe by
Thanksgiving.
Well, I hope so, because he's coming to my house, Lou. You know that?
The Imus in the Morning program. Sports coming up with Larry King. Warner, we've learned now, is, well, He hasn't gone to rehab. He's not missing. And Louis hasn't been kidnapped, as we thought.
Yeah.
We've learned this morning that he's barricaded in his apartment with hostages.
Oh, my God.
So here filling in for Warner is Larry King. Larry, what's coming up?
Be well.
The world can collectively exhale now that they know Brett Favre is going to play another supposedly final season with the Vikings this year. Favre's first chance for preseason action could come Sunday night in San Francisco, unless, of course, he decides to retire again Saturday afternoon. Eli Manning will not play in the Giants-Steelers game Saturday night, still nursing the head wound he suffered in the game against the Jets that required 12 stitches. The wound, that is, not the game. Yankees and Rays both win, still tied for first place in the AL East. And the Mets are one in a row with a 3-2 victory over the Astros in Houston in a game that took 14 innings, which in the Mexican League is considered a doubleheader. That and more if you keep it right here on Imus in the Morning Sports.
Is it really a doubleheader in the Mexican League?
I don't know. I don't play for the Mexican League.
Or you just said it was.
Well, I used to play in the Mexican League. That's what it was back then.
Okay. Sandra Smith will have sports is sponsored by Peerless Boilers. They make America's best boiler. Get one up and put it in your basement. Warner is barricaded in his apartment holding hostages and could not make it. What's that, Lou?
Please, I'm begging you with this. What'll it take?
And so here filling in for Warner until the SWAT team can get him out of there.
Wolf, come on out. With your hands up, Wolf. I know you're in there.
Is Larry King. Morning, Larry.
Morning, Wolfman. Everybody's got Favre fever. Of course, it'd be better if you pronounced his name the way it's spelled, Favor, because then it would be Favor Fever, but it's a moot point. Favre playing one more, we hope, final year. He's played in 309 straight games, despite his 3 retirements. He's the NFL's leader in nearly every significant passing category, the winningest regular season quarterback ever, and has an all-time high score of 5,900 in Call of Duty 4 on the Xbox.
He now has put himself in a position where everyone hates him. Nobody wants him to win. Nobody. Nobody, even in Minnesota, wants him to win. We hate him. He's a schmuck. We want him to go away.
Get out.
Stop.
Get out. It's over. Stop it. Stop the madness. Larry continues.
Giants quarterback Eli Manning will suit up but not play against the Steelers Saturday night due to a boo-boo he sustained to his head last Monday when fellow teammate Brandon Jacobs tackled him in the game against the Jets.
Well, what would be the point of going to all of the trouble to put the uniform on if you're not going to play?
Out there to support his team.
Well, he could do that like all of the Giants fans do and just show up and sit in the seats.
Paint his body.
Or view the game from Hooters.
Yes. Yeah. Watch it at home.
With a cool one and some wings.
Text or email pictures of his penis to people. Whatever. I don't know.
Paint that.
Yeah, come on.
What the hell?
Come on.
Of course, Brandon being told you're not supposed to tackle the guys who are wearing the same colored jerseys as you. Manning insists he's fine, other than the fact that he's got blurred vision, a ringing in his ears, and at practice yesterday appeared somewhat confused.
And I used to be over by the window and I could see the squirrels, and they were married, but then they switched.
Yankees and Rays still tied for first place in the AL East. Braves take the Nationals. And finally, the Mets win a nail-biter in Houston against the Astros 3-2 in 14 innings. Manager Jerry Manuel is encouraged.
It's just a matter of time before it breaks loose and then stays consistent for a period of time.
Hey, Jerry, take it down a notch. We appreciate the enthusiasm, but Jesus, this guy must be eating Xanax like they're M&Ms.
It's 28 after the hour. Larry King for Warner Wolf. Time for the Fox Business Network Business Report, on the radio and on the Fox Business Network. And here with that is Dagan McDowell. You know, I have a business report item here, Dagan, and it seldom do any of these items resonate with me, except this does. The credit card company consumers are most happy with is American Express, according to J.D. Power's annual credit card satisfaction survey. And it's the one I'm most happy with of the ones I have. So I feel good about that. It's validated my choice of credit card.
Compelled to report that.
Anyway, what's going on with you?
That's good news. That is the only credit card company I've probably never yelled at the phone reps. So I concur with that. They're great customer service. Since you were ripping on me last hour about not doing business news, I got a lot of numbers coming up in less than a minute. Weekly jobless claims, 476,000 is the number. It's expected to be down 8,000. There you go. I want to know, are you wearing your cowboy boots today?
No.
What are you wearing?
I have a Nike sneakers.
Those
No.
you and your amazing Technicolor tennis shoes?
No,
those
not
things?
the rainbow ones, no.
All right, you need to get your kicks in order before you bring it back here to the big city. Boots, only boots, that's all I want to see. No running shoes, no Uggs, no quasi-bedroom shoes, no...
I noticed you, fine. I noticed you have a white dress on today.
Yes.
Weren't able to wear that at your wedding, obviously, but oh, that's a good one.
That was just unnecessary too. Out of the blue.
Well, because she picked on me about my cowboy boots.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
29 after the hour, David Boyes is next.
Paid my dues.
What are you doing? I'm trying to talk to you, and you're sitting there looking at your news stuff, aren't you?
Yes, I was.
Well,
Yes, I was.
There's no news to do now.
There will be momentarily.
Oh, God.
Yeah, what else is going on, Chuck?
You know,
Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you, Bernard.
You're not even allowed to look at your script.
Now
anymore.
what?
Can't even be ready.
What? Yes, I'm sitting here. I'm the news person who reads the news, and I'm looking at
What
the
are you
next
doing
thing that's coming up in the news. Yes, I am. What are you going to do to me? For God's sakes. To take me to Merle prison? What the hell's wrong with you? Of course I'm looking at the news.
What are you doing?
What I'm paid to do.
Looking at the news. Why are you doing
What
that?
are you doing? Looking at the
Well, no,
yes, yes, I am looking at the news. This is the news I am looking at right here. Good God Almighty!
Why are you looking at the news?
What are you doing? What are you looking at? Who the hell are you? Robert De Niro? What are you doing? Come on! Good grief!
Hey, what are you doing
Wake
over there?
up.
I'm talking to you here.
God, do I amuse you? How do I amuse you? Huh? Jeez!
I just asked you. I asked?
No, but you were irritated. You
Yes,
could
I
tell me-
was.
Yes, and for no reason.
No,
No earthly reason.
I
None.
asked you a question about P.C. Richard and Son. I said, did you know they're still run by the
Yes,
family?
I know. They've been there 100 years.
But you didn't.
I know the whole thing. You've got to stop. Move on. Move on.
Move out.
Holy torpedo.
My point
You
was.
wonder why I'm this way.
No, you didn't respond quickly enough.
That was I was looking at the news.
That's terrible.
President Obama. Unemployment figures down by 1 as Brett Favre goes back to work with the Vikings this season. Of course, the president had nothing to do with it, but he'll take it as a victory anyway. Yes, he can. Eli Manning will be sitting out Saturday night's matchup between the Giants and the Steelers due to the head injury he received Monday against the Jets. He'll be viewing the game from a Hooters in Newark. Nadal, Djokovic, and Murray all advanced to the third round of the hotly contested Association of Tennis Professionals Cincinnati Masters Tournament. Yanks and Rays both win last night, both still tied for first place in the AL East. And the Mets win 3-2 over the Astros in Houston. That game just ended. All that plus touche-to-touche coverage of women's intramural fencing, if you just keep it where it is, here on Imus in the Morning Sports.
But I'm good. Hosted by P.C. Richard and Son. What's up, Bernie?
President Obama and family embark on a 10-day vacation to Martha's Vineyard, and we wish him well. And Steven Tyler is reported to have gotten a job with American Idol. According to his bandmate, the ink is dry on the contract. And a couple of weeks ago, they arrested from this Jersey Shore show this useless little dummy named Snooki. And she was on a beach, charged with disorderly conduct, creating public nuisance. And she was screaming, "Do you know who I am? I'm effing Snooki." Anyway, they added a charge. They actually added a charge to her yesterday. Officially, they charged her with being criminally annoying. Criminally annoying. That's beautiful. So, and that could apply. Speaking of criminally annoying, the JetBlue flight attendant.
Yeah.
They should charge this guy with that as well. But he's in the news, too, because he and his boyfriend, they live on the beach out in Queens, and they had their bikes stolen from out in front of their homes.
Yeah.
Now, not to worry. They say they don't think the theft had anything to do with the notoriety, that they've been undergoing since this episode. But
unique feature of their bikes is neither one had a seat. You know.
See, I was going to leave that to the eye man. The seatless bike with the tassels on it just it shouldn't be hard to find, right? But anyway, let's hope they find their bikes and everybody lives happily ever
Time for a
after.
big bike trip with maybe David Boyce and Ted Olson. I don't know.
We wish them
what's
all
wrong.
well.
Yeah.
It's 13 after the